love you too. Hello?
Hey, Renee, this is Jazz from Highland Park.
Hey, Jazz.
I love your show. Keep getting it in.
We love you too, Jazz. Thank you.
Hello, Renee. I'm loving your show, baby. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna talk to you every day, you understand me?
I love to hear that.
Hey, Renee, this is Key. We love your show. We getting it in, baby. Woo woo.
All right, woo woo. God bless, Key.
Everyday talk, everyday people stepping out on faith with Renee.
Good evening, good evening. This is Renee. We're Renee Stepping Out on Faith. We're live on 88.1 FM, WHPR, Detroit and Highland Park. We're getting it in with everyday talk for everyday people, you guys. And I'm Renee. We have a great line of guests today. I mean, the house is full over here at WHPR, and I appreciate it. All my guests getting it in with us. I'm with Renee Stepping Out on Faith, everyday talk for everyday people. Over here to my right, we have Miss Keisha V from All Connections Connect. Hey, Keisha.
Hey, how y'all doing today?
All right, it's good to see you always.
Oh, it's good to see you too.
Of course, thank you, thank you. We have starting feature the Green Brothers featuring JG Contour with us. How are you?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Pretty good. It's a pleasure and honor to have you on the show today.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. We are talking about marriage today. Our everyday talk for everyday people is going to be about marriage. Why marriage? How valuable is marriage? Why divorce if you're going to marry? We want our callers to get it in with us at 313-868-0331 or 313-868-3688. That's right. Thank you, Keisha. I love you. Did you guys, which one of us we're going to start it off? I think, I haven't ever been married. I think marriage is valuable. I think it's a big deal. Not only in bonding between two people, but in the eyes of the Lord as well. You're making vows and promises. Keisha, I know you're young at heart.
Well, I got a lot of friends my age that really into marriage. I have a close friend that's into marriage, and I mean, I guess it's better than going out and fornicating, really. But actually, I do think marriage is a strong part of a family. You know, to have a good household. You know, for young boys to grow up to be men and young ladies to grow up to be women. It's very, it's a necessity.
It's a necessity. It's mandatory. It's valuable. JG?
It's very valuable. Marriage is it's a given. Actually, it's a given from God.
All right.
When you get married, there are certain things. You're still a human being when you get married.
Right.
There's still certain things that you probably haven't experienced before, and your mind rip and run and go different ways. But the thing I consider marriage is you got to give the person and let the person be who they are, because that's the person you marry. But they really need to be who they are. You got to understand that person,
right?
From top to bottom, you know. And a lot of things that breaks people up in their marriage is that they don't realize they got who they married with them.
I heard that.
And you cannot shut off that other person's life. That other person still has a life. Just because she's married to you, that don't mean that she don't have a life or he don't have a life. So if he needs to go somewhere or do some things that he would like to do, he's going to need some space for himself, just like she's going to need space for herself. And when you understand that, then you can come back collectively and really enjoy your marriage. Now, my anniversary was yesterday.
All right.
33 years.
33 years. I love it.
The road haven't been all smooth. I wouldn't sit here and say that. It hasn't been smooth, all the way smooth. But the thing about it is, it's coming back collectively and knowing what you upset about. Because most of the time when people get upset about something, it's not even about their marriage. It's something money from the outside. It's on the outside. See, the outside thing, you're supposed to build that circle where you don't let this outside stuff interfere with you.
Right, that bond.
Yeah. So you keep all that outside stuff on the outside. And when you do that, you can come home and talk with your mate about anything.
Yeah,
talk about things with your mate before things even happen. If you land in the bed sometimes at night and you want to talk to your mate, talk about things that ain't even happened yet. Say, hey, what if what if a guy look at me a certain way and come and put his arms around me, just in a friendly way, you know, how would you feel about that?
Communication is key.
You see what I'm saying?
I agree on that totally.
And so you're talking about things that probably ain't even happen, you know, and that's a good thing. So what happened is you build a road now that it got red flags on it. So when you go out in the street and stuff like that, everything y'all talk about, it has a red flag when it comes to crossing the line. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Well, let me ask you guys a question. Do you think it's an age for marriage? Because I remember back in the day, you guys used to get married a little bit young, right?
14, I heard they got married at 13 years old.
You do it now, and people think, you know, I
going to
hear
jail.
older people.
You
No, I
going
hear
to jail.
older people thinking that doing it now is really not the best thing to do. What do you guys think
Quick.
about that?
well, what I think about it is that I think the generation nowadays is much different. It's got a different family structure than the family structure that we had when we came up.
True. True.
That has a family structure that is much different than it is when I was coming up. Nowadays, the young folks want to be the friends of their babies, and you know, they want to be friends instead of being mom and dad and stuff like that.
Not me, JJ. I'll get the whip out.
You know,
Come on,
and
play.
instead of being the mom and dad, they want to be friends and stuff. You know, you can be a friend too, but you got to be a mom and dad first.
Right.
You got to be a mom and dad first. You got to sit back and know that you're going to be able to support this union. Somebody's going to have to support this union. You can't do it off of love. Love is not going to bring no food to the table.
I hear that.
You know, so you got to make sure that you have some means of getting your money together to be able to take care of this union, and that relieves that pressure that builds up in that pressure cooker when you're at home and nobody got no money, there's no food on the table and all stuff like that. So
You know that you mentioned that. I have another question for you then. What do y'all think about the modern day housewife? Because I know it was a lot of being a housewife was popular probably back when you was growing up, but not anymore. What do you think about that today?
there's nothing wrong with being a modern day housewife, long as you got the finance to support her staying at home.
I
It
heard
takes
that.
two people nowadays.
That's right.
To manage a family, to have the money coming in that way you can feel comfortable that you might want to go out into a movie one night, or you might want to go out to dinner one night. You don't want to pinch pennies every time you step out. So it takes both. Way the economy is now, it takes both parents or both people to really be able to manage, unless somebody's making a lot of money. You know, if they're making a lot of money, then so be it. Be a beautiful housewife. But until you got that money, that support for its finance to be able to do that, I wouldn't advise it. I wouldn't advise it for nobody.
JJ, let me throw this number out here: 313-868-3688. Give us a call. Give us a comment on our topic. 313-868-0331.